morning.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Good.
So excited to be here?
I'm very excited to be here.
It's your first time on the show, right?
It is.
And what are you going to be talking about today?
I'm sure we'll be talking about penises and boobs.
Penises and boobs,
That's
wow.
my guess.
What about the second season of the show?
And second season
that
of my
too,
show.
Right?
I can't forget about that.
Well, everybody's in love with Denise Richards out in the hall.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Gary's like, no wonder all these guys fall in love with her. She has everyone under her spell.
Ah. So why can't she get work if she's that...
She doesn't need reality show. Look at you.
There she is.
Baby, look at you. No wonder everyone's carrying on.
Well, that's an interesting dress for the morning.
Yeah, let me see your dress.
Isn't it? Thank you.
Let me see that dress. Wow.
Well, I had to wear a dress for him.
I know. You
I
did
can't
the
come in here
right
in
thing.
jeans.
You did the right thing.
You did the right thing.
Thank you.
You
Should I
are.
sit right here?
Yeah.
You're super hot. I mean, you know that, right?
Thank you. No, I don't know that.
Was your life ever tough in the sense that, I'm talking about growing up, when you're this beautiful, and don't tell me you were ugly as a kid. There's just no way you were an ugly kid.
What?
You don't have that face. It suddenly doesn't. My face. You know, I had a tough life.
This is a face you grow into.
Yeah. I mean, this is
I
something.
definitely went through an awkward stage, for
right.
sure.
Yeah. But where did you grow up?
Illinois.
Illinois. And you're growing up, and when did you start to realize how hot you were? That like you could actually have a film career and be hot?
I think after I got my braces off in 8th grade,
Right.
when boys started to notice me, I started to...
Did it become
realize.
uncomfortable for you at a time where, when you're this hot, like where men just started acting inappropriately and almost gave you too much attention, like you just felt completely self-conscious about your body? I mean,
Or
tremendous.
did you need guards to
Yeah,
walk
I mean, were you able to go to high school like without being molested? Were you molested by men at a young age?
No, I was not.
No. How did your father keep these men off of you?
My dad was really strict with my sister and I. We weren't allowed to date until we were 16, and, you know, we used to try and sneak out of the house. So to avoid that, he took the door off of our bedroom.
Were you
So
a
he
bad
was-
girl?
No.
You were
I mean,
not?
I wasn't a bad girl as far as drugs and that kind of thing.
Right.
But I like to have fun. I
Yeah.
wasn't promiscuous or anything.
You never had sex in high school?
I didn't.
You did not?
No, not...
When you
I
were
was-
18,
I was
you were a
18.
virgin?
Yeah.
Oy vey, if I had taken your virginity, my head would have exploded.
Maron!
The guy who took your virginity.
He retired after that.
Or as we call him, the luckiest guy in the world.
Yeah, our hero.
Yeah, our hero. The guy who took your virginity. Did he last a long time sexually? Because I can't imagine holding out that
No,
long.
he didn't actually. I was
didn't,
like,
right?
this is it? This is what everyone's
Oh,
talking
honey,
about?
look at you. I mean, try to be a guy and hold out.
That guy was no gay guy.
I've been with girls 500 pounds heavier than you, and I can't hold out.
I've been with girls on cocaine and I can't hold it.
Right. So you are a beautiful woman, and you decide to go into acting, which makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean,
when did you decide, look at me, let me get to Hollywood?
Well, my family moved to California when I was 15.
Oh, okay.
My dad got a job transfer. And then it was a little easier. I was approached by someone to model. And I started doing that. I started doing stuff for Teen Magazine in 17. And I always wanted to act, even when I was in Illinois. And
Were you in
it
school
made it
plays?
an easy transition. I was. I
You
did
were.
plays and took drama and
Right.
then started taking some acting classes and then did small parts on guest shows.
Was Starship Trooper your first big film?
It was.
That was the big break?
That was the big break.
Man, it's so funny, and I'm embarrassed to admit this. I don't know if you heard the show earlier. I was talking about you. And Starship Trooper is
I was
one of
getting
my...
my hair and makeup done.
Good, because you would have...
It worked.
You would have been really disgusted with me. Starship Trooper, to me, was a great film. I love that film. It's one of my
Thank you.
favorites.
It
I
was
watched,
fun to do.
I've seen it maybe 10 times. That's how
Oh,
much.
wow.
But I was saying to Robin earlier, I said, I remember being a very young kid and jerking off to that movie. And Robin goes, well, wait a second. Denise is pretty young. How could you have been a young kid jerking off? And I realized I was 46.
You're no young kid.
I was like,
You were actually 43.
I was 43 years old beating off to your movie.
Oh, thank
and
you.
I mean, I was married and everything. I mean, it was, what a creep.
I was 27 beating off to it.
Yeah, I mean, that was a hot... Then when I saw you in there, I said, man, this girl's got some career going on.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and then you were a Bond girl, right?
Right.
You did that.
I did that.
Then you were in that movie where you made out with Nev Campbell.
Wild Things.
That was hot.
The
Did you
greatest movie ever.
yeah. Did you ever go for girls in real life?
No, in my 20s, I may have had one or two experiments, but
Experiment. Did any guys get to watch that experiment?
no.
Any video of it?
I don't have any video.
You're telling me, Denise, that you experimented on your own, unsupervised.
I was unsupervised, yeah.
Where'd you meet these girls that you would...
Just, I don't know. Just
other
work.
actresses?
Yeah, other actresses.
Oh, they right on the set,
And
I bet.
how
Not
far
on the
did these
set.
experiments go?
Yeah, how far
Not
did
that
you...
far, just touching.
Touching?
When you started
No,
doing
but not, you know.
So you were touching women's breasts,
I did touch a woman's breast,
and
yes.
they touched yours.
Yes, they did.
Ay, ay, ay,
when you
ay,
started
ay.
doing that, did your father put the door back on your
My
bedroom?
father doesn't know.
Yeah,
He does now.
No, I told him, don't listen to this show.
Oh, he's
please,
listening,
all my
sweetie.
interviews.
He's
No, he
listening.
won't.
and it wasn't Ellen DeGeneres type of women, right? I mean, it was other hot chicks, right? Like
Yeah,
lipstick.
they're probably women you know.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm not. Well, they'll remain nameless.
You would meet women, and you would find yourself attracted to them as well as men.
Well, you know, after a couple margaritas or whatever, and you start to, yeah. But I'm not.
So you were at a
I
party?
wouldn't say that I'm bisexual. I
Right.
experimented once or twice.
Can
when I
we
was in
say
my
that you're
20s.
bisexual just for later in the shower?
If you want to, sure. But I'm. Otherwise, that'll come out in the headline. But I'm not. I love men.
I just pictured like you at a Hollywood party.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to a couple of those in my life, not a lot. Not many people want me at their party, but I picture you at a Hollywood party. And I know how things get. People drink. It's all attractive people. Ugly people are kept out. I don't even know how I broke into
Hollywood
this
party indicates beautiful people.
Yes.
We're not allowed in.
And so, you know,
find that hard to
and you know,
believe.
you're drinking and all that kind of stuff. And so suddenly you found yourself like, wow, you know, I'm sort of attracted to, or did the women come on to you?
They came on to me.
And you just said, hey, maybe I'll just go with
Yeah,
this and
so
try it.
why not? I was curious and.
Do they
said,
sneak
yeah.
you into a private room to do this? They don't do it in front of everybody.
They don't do it in front of anyone.
And
no.
they take you in the room and they push you up against the wall and they start kissing you, right? Is that what happened?
Sure.
It did? And then suddenly you found yourself fascinated. But how did their shirts come off that you could touch their breasts? Like, how did that all work
They
out?
took them off.
Yeah, how do you
You're
get a
so
girl's
funny.
shirt off?
They take it off. It's very easy.
Yeah, for you it's easy.
It ain't easy for me.
It took me years to develop a technique to get a girl's shirt
It's not
off.
easy for me to take my shirt off with a girl.
You're
You are good friends with Pam Anderson, are you not?
I'm friendly. Yeah, I haven't seen her in a while. We did a movie, Blonde and Blonder, and I adore
Great.
her. I think she's great. She's a great mom. She's, you know, she's fun. She doesn't take herself seriously. She's really cool.
Am I crazy to think that it could have been Pam Anderson who messed around with you a little
No,
bit?
Pam and I did not get together.
You never kissed?
We did kiss on film, and it was our idea.
Yes.
And the producers, even though it did not fit anywhere in the movie or the script and was so ridiculous, they
Yeah.
didn't care.
Great idea.
They just said, sure.
Like 3 producers on coke. Great idea, guys.
I like it very much.
Exactly.
I like it. Wait, my nose fell off. Wait.
So I had on, this was terrible, I had Scott Baio on the other day, who you dated.
Let me clarify, because
Go
I've
ahead.
heard some things Scott
All right.
has said, but I wasn't sure if it's true or not. I went on a couple dates with him. I never dated him. He was never my boyfriend. Never slept with him.
See, he has a
Nothing.
whole different story.
Yeah, I heard.
He came in here on our show, and I said, Scott, you know, I gave him a laundry list of women because the guy's had sex with just about every...
Well, so he says.
yeah, well, he's had sex with like every hot girl. Pam Anderson included, too.
To get into Hollywood, you had to have sex with him. I think. If you were a hot
almost
chick.
just to get into movies for some reason.
He was at Union Station waiting.
He was the gatekeeper. So, you know, he said, oh, yeah, Denise, I said, I just mentioned, I said, Denise Richards, because I think you're beautiful. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe this guy got her. I mean, that's not fair. So I said, Denise Richards. She goes, not great. You know,
Not great?
I go, what do you mean? I go, how is she sexually? On a scale of 1 to 10, he goes, 3.
Well, I never did anything sexually with him.
He says
so.
he told
That's
he
why
says,
you only got a 3.
Exactly. I guess so. I'll take it.
he claims he totally banged you.
No. And I would say, I don't care. I have nothing to hide at
Right.
my age. I don't give a shit.
Right.
So, yeah. I really don't. I did not have sex with Scott Baio. Didn't give him a blowjob.
Great. I'm so happy for
Nothing.
that.
So why do you think he would say that? Like why would a guy?
I have no idea. Let's ask him.
Why
Because
is
he's
he,
chachi.
but why is he angry with you?
I didn't know he was angry. I actually ran into him at Easter with
Right.
his wife, and his wife was pleasant and sweet.
Sounds like
I
a
don't
great
know.
Easter.
Yeah, it sounds like.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I didn't want to go out with him again. I
Right.
dated him a couple times. I didn't. like him romantically. So
Right. So maybe
that was
he-
it. It was in my. I think I was 22.
Maybe he badly wanted you, and you were the girl who got away. But who knows?
I don't know. But for the record, I did not have sex with him. Didn't do anything.
Maybe you have a real high tolerance for chloroform.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So,
Scott Baio don't need chloroform.
So anyway, so let me understand something. So here you are. You're like one of the hottest chicks on the planet, right?
Well, thank you.
You know you are.
She really
No,
is.
I'm not. There's plenty.
Well, you make those lists. You know, when they start writing most beautiful, they put you on.
She's number one on mine from now on. Holy shit! When she walked in here, I can't even stand up.
So when you go around and you walk around to parties and stuff, I mean, men hit on you all the time. And now are you single now? Are you seeing anyone?
I'm not. I'm dating, but not. I don't have a boyfriend.
Who are you dating? And let me understand this. Is it people in Hollywood or what?
Well, where else are they going to be?
Yeah, no. I've had my friends who aren't in the business try and set me up, but those just I won't.
So now you're
date.
dating regular guys, right?
Yeah, I don't really enjoy dating though. I hate it.
Why do you hate it? Are you sick of
I
it?
don't
Are you sick
like
of
it. It's awkward. I don't know. I don't enjoy.
So when's
dating.
the last time you had sex with a guy?
So that's a different story.
Have you had sex recently?
Yeah, I mean, just because I don't have a boyfriend doesn't mean I'm not having sex.
All right. So let me understand something now. The attraction.
I have to drink some water for this one.
I wanted to get a hold of you when you were dating Charlie Sheen. And say to you,
why didn't you?
I should have. I wanted to say to you, what are you doing with him?
But you know what? I got 2 beautiful daughters out of it.
I know. So
I
now,
think I truly was meant to be with him for my kids.
But it was the ugliest divorce ever, right?
I would say
Yeah.
it's up there.
Made you look bad, made him look bad.
No, we all looked bad for that.
Yeah, because I mean, there was a lot of public accusations and
Is
stuff.
Yeah.
the badness over now? It doesn't even seem to ever end.
Well, we're at a really good place right now.
Yeah.
We are. My daughter Lola turned 4 the other day, and he came over with Brooke and had cake and ice cream, and it was.
You're kidding.
No, it was very
Wow.
pleasant. We've worked very hard to get to this place.
But you
yeah.
claim that he was physically abusive to you. He pushed you down steps
Well,
and stuff
you know
like
what?
that.
All that was in court documents, which,
Right.
so,
You're past that?
it's been 3 or 4 years.
If a guy's physically abusive to you, though, it's hard to be around him, isn't it?
I have to do what's best for my girls.
Right.
And
That means patching things up with
yeah,
their dad.
absolutely.
And so I was reading that you even now go to lunch with his new wife.
His wife, they had the girls, and I met them for lunch, and then brought the girls back with me. I met his wife.
Right. And when you meet Charlie Sheen, you instantly fell in love with this guy.
When we first started dating, yeah. He was 3 years sober. He was on, he was working. He was doing really, really well. And of course, I knew his past, but I thought it was in the past.
Yeah,
And
I know.
I gave him a lot of credit for working hard with his sobriety and moving past all that. And I admired that.
Right.
But
You sorry you married him?
no, I
You're
have
not-
2 gorgeous daughters. They're worth it.
And then the whole thing with Heather Locklear was unbelievable, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was too.
Oh, boy.
I mean, that's
Here we go.
I know Heather Locklear.
I know.
And,
You know Heather and Richie.
I know Richie, too.
Yeah.
Can't believe Richie got you.
I can. Richie
great
gets
guy.
everybody.
Richie's a good guy?
Yeah, he is.
Good in bed?
Yeah, he is good in bed.
Richie's good in bed, huh?
Yeah.
I figured he's good
Look,
in bed.
look at his resume. You know he had to be good in bed. He was
Yeah.
taught by Cher.
Yeah, that's right. He was trained by Cher how to be good in bed.
He was with Cher.
He
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Where's
Yeah.
Cher?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He followed Greg Allman.
Who's better in bed, Richie or Charlie?
Or Greg Allman.
Charlie knows some things, too.
Yeah. Now you're making me sweat over here.
Who's better in bed? Be honest. Is it Richie or Charlie or Pam Anderson?
I'll say Pam Anderson to get me out of
Pam
this
Anderson's the
one.
best.
Or Scott Baio.
Not Scott. Christ, I don't even know.
Was Charlie a great lover? Because here's a guy who's
You're gonna get
he's been
me
with
in
tons of
trouble.
women. He's been
Things
with.
are good with us right now.
But was he good in bed? Was he able to give you an orgasm?
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
I wonder if I'd be able to give you an orgasm. Would it be hard to have an orgasm? Are you difficult to achieve orgasm? Is
No,
it-
I think if you hit that right spot, you're good to go.
I don't know if I could reach that spot. I'll be honest with you, I'm not that big.
I usually have to go get something to reach that spot.
By the way, Richie's very large. I happen to know that.
Did you see it?
I haven't seen it, but guys have told me who have been in the Bon Jovi locker room.
Right. Okay.
The way before the big game.
John Bon Jovi
Yeah.
told us.
I've never seen it, but I felt it through his pants.
Okay.
And but don't ask me how that happened. But isn't that painful when a guy's too big? And tell me yes.
Tell
Yes.
you yes.
It's painful, right? He's too big. I don't know. But
You're funny.
I actually never saw Richie's penis because I was face down at the time with my head in the pillow.
It's worse when a woman's vagina is too big.
Right.
I can imagine.
That's terrible.
After you get out of your marriage and you break up with Richie and all of that, you dated Stamos for a while. John Stamos.
No, I've known Stamos since I was 19 years old.
But you've had sex with him.
I have.
Yeah. I mean,
Is he any good?
He is, actually.
Yeah.
No, he's a very
Ay,
good lover.
Darn. No.
why don't...
I have a headache. I have a
I like
headache.
Stamos a lot, and I know you're close to him,
Yes,
too.
but why did you two never, like, seal the deal and get
I
married?
don't know. I really like him. He's a good guy. He's, he loves kids.
Did you break up with him?
You know, he honestly, he didn't at the time want to be with someone who had children.
Right.
And I have children.
Right. Yeah, what are you going to do?
You know, there's nothing I can do about that. But I think he's a good guy.
I thought you said he
He's
loved
nice.
kids.
He does, but
But
I
you
think
were
he wants his
19.
own, you know?
But John gets all the great-looking women.
He's very charming. He's very down to earth, especially for being in the business as long as he has. He's close to his family. He's a good person.
What's John's move? How did he get to make love to you? I mean, I want to
I met
understand.
him when I was 19 years old.
Right, and
19 or 20.
and you were very young.
I was
he
very young.
He was already successful. He's
Yeah,
probably
he was on Full House
He was
still.
on Full
Yeah.
House, and you meet this big star. It's
He
very
was cute,
impressive.
very charming.
And he wooed you, didn't he?
He did. And then we stayed friends off and on over the years.
How long does it take for a John Stamos to seduce you and get you into bed? Is it a process?
I was young. It took a while.
It did?
Yeah.
How long?
4 hours.
I don't know. Yeah.
How long does it take?
That one took a while. I don't
did?
remember.
Thank
I was
God.
19 years old.
I tell you the truth because I
I'm
mean,
not promiscuous.
I understand that, but
So-
John gets everybody,
Yeah.
and I'm sick of it.
You're sick of it.
I really am tired of it. That a guy like that, and he makes the move, and women just automatically fall for him.
I want to put my head in a blender right now.
Are there two better looking people than John Stamos and Denise Richards?
No.
Yeah.
Their kids
No,
would
that would
look
be-
like,
Yeah.
not
It
would
not
be
us.
Ridiculous.
Devastating to be in a room with the two of them.
All right. So I feel like you've been through a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. The whole Heather Locklear thing, I got to take you through that and explain it to me because
Okay.
I don't get it. She's like one of your best friends. Was.
No. My very best friend is a friend I've had for 20 years.
All right.
I was friends with Heather.
Right.
I met her through Charlie when they did Spin City.
So you guys used to all hang out together when Heather was married to
Yeah.
Charlie? All right. So you were all like friends, Malibu,
Right.
beach parties, you girls put on your bikinis.
Westlake.
Everybody's hot. By the way, do you wear a bikini still?
I do.
Even in front of the kids?
Yeah.
And do they bring their friends? How old are they now?
5 and 4.
Oh, my God.
So they're still really
And you have a
little.
son, right?
No, I have 2
No,
daughters.
Oh, thank
Daughters.
God. Because a son wouldn't be able to deal with this. I mean, hey, can we go over and see your mom?
What are those daughters going to look like?
Oh, the daughters will be beautiful.
Oh,
Do they
Charlie
look-
Sheen and
Do they
her.
look like you or Charlie?
My youngest looks like me, and
Right.
my oldest is a combo of us. She looks a lot like Charlie, though.
Uh-oh.
Sammy.
Wait, not that Charlie's a bad-looking guy, but
They're cute. They're pretty.
if you're my mom, I'd want to look like you. so,
you.
I'd want to look like Charlie.
so let me understand something. You are hanging out. It's you and Charlie as a couple, Heather and Richie. But you always like Richie as a friend.
As a friend.
As a friend.
Yeah, Charlie and Richie knew each other for 20 years.
Right. So all of a sudden, I don't know how it goes down, but you and Charlie freak out on each other, and that's it. You're done. It's over. And then you're distraught, I imagine. Your marriage is over. It sucks. I mean, did you go into a severe depression?
No, when I first left him, I was 6 months pregnant with a baby as well. So,
You had to be
I
pissed.
couldn't.
You had to be pissed. 6 months pregnant. And I mean, like, you're probably like, what the hell did I do with my life, right? I mean, and who leaves when someone's 6 months pregnant? Even if you hate somebody, you stay with them until the baby's born.
I left.
You did. You couldn't take it
I
anymore.
did. And then we got back together briefly after the baby was born and was done 3 months later. So our baby was 3 months old
Wow.
when I left. And then
That's tough.
I had 2 little babies, basically.
So how do you ever go out on dates? You got somebody who watches the kids?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
My dad helps me a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's a good guy?
He is.
So you're breaking up with Charlie. It's a horrible time in your life. And then all of a sudden, Richie somehow gets into this whole thing, and Heather freaks out. Which,
Well-
I mean, you can
Well, they
understand.
were just
I
breaking up,
understand.
too.
Yeah, Heather, when I got together with Richie,
Right.
Richie was single.
Right.
They had already filed for divorce. There was no
No hanky-panky leading up to it.
No.
Right.
And that I'm, and I would fess up to it if it were true.
Right.
Like I said, I'm too old, so like I don't care. But the truth was, he was single,
Right.
and she and I actually had, right when Charlie and I were splitting up.
Do you miss being friends with her?
I don't. No, I'm sorry. She's
that good a friend.
a nice person, and
You miss all those
but
T.J. Hooker anecdotes?
that whole. We're different,
Right.
and that's why the friendship ended. It had nothing to do with Richie.
Right.
And then, and then Richie and I got together. But at the time, he was single, I was single, and she and I weren't friends. And if we were friends, would I have gotten together with Richie? No. But we weren't. And I get it. I get why she felt. I would have felt the same way.
Right. You'd be pissed too.
But it was portrayed a little bit differently than it was.
Yeah. So what broke you two up?
Richie and I.
Yeah.
God, we were going to, right after we got together, my mom got cancer. 2 weeks later, his dad got cancer. So we were dealing with that, dealing with such public divorces. And,
I can't imagine.
she wasn't too fond of us being together. So it made it problems with their daughter. So it was hard. It was hard to stay together.
I can't even imagine any crisis in my life that would keep me from banging you. You know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine.
You get through anything?
If I had cancer, I'd keep banging.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to deal with all the back. I didn't know it was going to turn into. I knew it wouldn't, gone over well. I did not know it would turn into what it did. And it was hard for me to deal with it.
Are you afraid that you get the reputation as being crazy after all this stuff? Well,
yeah. I mean, it was out there, and I tried to not say anything and let things blow over. But different people from different sides talk about it.
How bad did it get that Heather used to call you and bitch you out and stuff?
I had to change my phone number.
You're kidding? Would she call you like every day?
It was not a very good time.
Wow.
What did you change your phone number?
Past it, and I'm in a very good place. But that time, a lot of things in the media were not. And I will admit the things that are true, and there's a lot of stuff that isn't true.
Wow.
Have you run into her lately?
I've never run into her.
Oh.
Yeah. And I wish her well. And
boy, I would love to be there if you guys run into each other. Can you imagine?
I'm
Me
sure
too.
everyone would.
Do you think she'd forgive you now and not care? But I think she would.
I don't know. I haven't talked to her.
Did you save all the cool voicemail messages and
No,
stuff?
I haven't.
Oh
Just
my
in
God.
case.
It was not a good time.
You could do a one-woman show.
I
The
have
voicemail of
a lot
Heather
of
Locklear.
material.
Yeah, you could just get up there and recite those things.
Yeah.
Denise, what is your new phone number?
What kinds of things would she say to you? Like, oh my God, you're disgusting. I hate you. I can't stand you.
Well, all that and the above. Yeah.
I
no, it
imagine the
wasn't
C word.
pleasant.
Did she
that
ever?
came in there.
Was
It
it
did-
screaming or was she calm? I mean,
Not calm. And I
calm.
get it. I get it.
Right.
I take responsibility for my part and all that.
Is it
I
hard?
get it.
Is it hard for you now to go to a Hollywood party because you're afraid? Like you're thinking, oh my God, what if Heather's there, or if any, because that's such a famous
that's okay.
feud.
If I ran into her, I'm fine with it. But I haven't gone out of my way to walk by her house or anything.
Did Richie ever say to you in bed, "I can't believe how much better you are in bed than Heather"?
Oh my goodness!
Did he ever say anything like that to you? He did say that, didn't he?
No,
Did he
I'm
say,
not
"Oh
talking
my
about
God,
that
I'm
part of
finally
it."
making love for the first time"?
Did he say that Heather gives love a bad name?
No, but Charlie said that Richie and I gave love a bad name at the time.
Your love is like bad medicine?
Was Charlie upset that you were
He
with
wasn't
Richie?
happy, yeah.
But
In the
Because
beginning, he
Richie and
wasn't.
he were friends.
Yeah, but I didn't understand that. I mean, why would Charlie be? Charlie was off with another woman, right? He was busy doing his thing.
I think at the time he wasn't. I think he was just surprised. He wasn't expecting it. But then he got over it.
I can't
quickly.
imagine. Do you think it's something that you do that ends a relationship with a guy? Because I can't imagine a guy ending a relationship with you. You would have to be.
Well,
there'd have to be something really wrong with you for me to end a relationship with you.
Charlie.
Right.
And with Richie, I adore him, but I couldn't. I ended. It was too much for me to deal with all that stuff.
All the drama because of Heather and all of that.
All of that.
And the big penis.
Plus my mom was, all of it. It was too much. And in the media, I was getting,
You were
no one
getting
was
slammed.
saying Richie stole a married woman. It was, I was the one getting
You were
the end of
painted
it.
as the kook,
Exactly.
the horrible woman, the
so it was
husband
hard
stealer.
to deal with.
Have things gotten better now?
Yeah,
They
things
have.
have gotten so much better.
Has your new TV show helped that? Do people like you better now because they see your life?
I'm not sure. I think it's just a matter of time. It's a matter of,
Yeah. You like doing that TV show? You like having the cameras on you?
It's fun. It's not. People think reality television is 7 days a week, 24/7. It's not like that. It's like same hours as a scripted show. They're there when I want them there. But I have fun. I get to work with my friends and my family.
Do you miss doing movies?
I do. I've done some movies, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
you'd
do.
like to be doing more of that, right?
Yeah, I took time off when I was pregnant, and then going through all the stuff I was going through, and then when my mom was sick, I didn't want to leave. So
you never have to work again, though, right? I mean,
no, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
I thought like Charlie took care of everything. Like,
that one settlement that everyone heard about.
Yeah, it was what was it? Here's what I read. Here's what I read.
We actually haven't settled it.
He's got a lot of scratch now.
Yeah. Denise got $60,000 a month, also tax-free for 2 years in alimony, for a total of one. Wait a second. According to the New York Post, tell me if this is right. Denise gets $52,000 a month tax-free in child support. Mm-hmm. That's true?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. That's good.
Oh, boy. I would love to be one of those kids.
Yeah.
Are your kids eating diamonds?
If I could have Charlie Sheen's baby right now, I would.
I made you another diamond pizza.
$52,000 a month tax-free child support. Denise got $60,000 a month, also tax-free for 2 years in alimony, with a total of $1.44 million. She also gets a percentage of Charlie's 2.5 men. Eventually, that will net you up to $25 million.
What? Wait a minute. Hold it.
That's what I said to him. I have not gotten that, I said. And the alimony wasn't tax-free.
I think.
But it's still.
Right. I think with 2.5 men, if it goes into syndication, which it probably will, because that show's huge.
It's in syndication. No, we're trying to settle that.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. But no, he said that I walked away with $40 million. That wasn't true. And I said,
yeah, where's
my money? Don't put it out there in the press.
You look to me like you're worth $40 million. I mean, easily.
40 billion.
Where do you live?
I do have to work.
You live in L.A.?
I do.
Yeah. And Malibu or something?
Right now I'm in the by the beach.
What's your address?
I do have a house still for sale that we're trying to sell.
I could picture you parading around in a bathing suit on the beach in Malibu. It would be great. And so now your life is on TV. It's a reality show. And I would imagine that that's got to be the most bizarre thing in the world, to have a TV camera. What are they there, like 6 months out of the year, and they just follow you around constantly?
No, they don't. This season, we definitely shot over a longer period. Last season, it was, in 10 weeks or 8 weeks, whatever it was. We shot all our episodes. And this time we started back in December, and we went on and off. We didn't shoot every day, just around, I went to Sundance. We filmed Sundance. I went back to Illinois, where I'm from. We went and filmed that. So it's not they don't just follow me around. We have
it's structured.
It's structured. It's more structured than people think.
Does there come a time where the cameramen are following you around and you accidentally shower in front of them and they get...
No.
That never happens?
Showered before they get there.
And then they ask for a second take. Denise, we didn't get that. Could you do your breasts one more time?
E definitely would love the shower stuff, but no.
Are you ever nude in this? Like in other words, no one ever catches you naked?
No.
That's a shame. That is really bad. You did Playboy.
I did.
And what was weird is, you see, that's another thing. Charlie Sheen, when you were married to him, he encouraged you to do Playboy, right?
Yeah, until it came out.
Why?
He wasn't happy when it came out.
Why?
So
he didn't want his wife in Playboy.
But he knew you were his wife when he suggested it.
That's what I said.
Charlie seems crazy.
Is that what happens when you talk about the craziness of your marriage? In other words, you say to Charlie, "You're my husband. I'm going to check in with you. How do you feel about me being in Playboy?" And he goes, "Yeah."
No, he wasn't too keen on the idea.
Okay.
And then he came around, and then I did it.
And then you did it, and you looked hot.
Thank you. And then when it came out, he wasn't too happy.
You were not fully shaved for that shoot. You did leave a little bush, I think.
Yeah, I left a little triangle.
Why'd you do that? I'm curious about that decision.
Well, I didn't want naked lips. I wanted at least a little bit there.
But I felt you could see lips because...
You could see, but a little above, I wanted a little triangle.
You felt more comfortable. In other words, you felt somewhat covered with the little triangle.
I felt a little covered with that.
Do you still subscribe to that? In other words, do you still... I wanted naked lips, by the way. For that shoot.
I'm all right with the little triangle.
Let me understand something. As hot as you are... And really, maybe your big mistake in life is going out with all these good-looking guys. Get a guy like me who's going to go, wow.
Who says naked lips?
I'm like, naked lips, I'm a happy man. I'm never going to leave
Howard, if she was wearing a shirt that said, "I love Hitler," would you date her?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would date her, and I would join the Nazi party.
If she was wearing a shirt that said,
you don't love Hitler, do you? No, okay. All right. Anyway, do you have a female or male gynecologist?
Male.
A male. You are kidding me.
No, I have a male.
Do you mean Dr. Lucky you go to?
Yeah,
I hope it's Lance Bass.
Let me understand something. How old is the gynecologist? Do you know? I mean, basic age. Would you say he's an older man? Is he young? How old a guy?
I would say he's in his late 40s.
Late 40s. Okay. How long you been going to this guy?
Probably about 6 years.
All right. Let's everyone calm down. So you walk into the gynecologist's office. Who recommended him to you? A friend?
Heather Locklear.
Is that true?
Oh my God!
Is that really true?
Are you serious?
He delivered all our babies.
Wow. That's a good friend. So when you walk in the door, and I mean, okay, this guy's got Heather Locklear and you as a patient, but when you walk in the door, I mean, did you ever see the gynecologist must be like the happiest man on the planet. I'm a guy. I know guys who I grew up with who became gynecologists. I mean, this is a rare instance where someone like you walks in. Don't you think you should go to a female gynecologist so you don't feel so self-conscious, or do you like it?
I want a good doctor.
Right.
I was, pregnant and needed,
But when you
I
go
didn't
now,
care.
you're not pregnant now.
No.
And do you purposely shave in that triangle and everything just to look good for the gynecologist?
I always keep that area clean.
And then you go to the gynecologist and you walk in, and then he asks you to disrobe, of course, and you get into one of those little gowns, and there you are laying nude, half exposed. Right. Your legs are open. Do you ever sense that the gynecologist is getting excited or aroused?
No, he's very professional.
He's never once hit on you or anything like that. He's never given you. He's never given you playful little spanks on your ass while he's doing stuff to you.
He's very professional.
Ever play Barry White while he's...
The Sounds of Philadelphia.
You're a very beautiful woman.
So the gynecologist you feel comfortable with. And when he examines you, what does he do? He puts things in you, right?
Right.
Oh, my God. It must be mind-blowing. And you never get aroused during that, do you?
No, I don't.
No, you do not. Wow.
Imagine being a guy at a party. You go, what do you do for a living? I put things in Denise Richards and Heather Locklear.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the other day I was knuckle deep.
Yeah, really.
Could you imagine the discussion? I mean, guys do talk. Do you worry about stuff like that? Are we ever going to see a sex video of you? Have you ever, with all of your lovers, the ones that you've been with? I'm sure guys have said to you, we got to make a video, you know, for our own private use. Have you done that?
I'm sure Charlie
John always
said that.
wanted to make a video.
John, too?
And I said no.
John
Yeah.
Stamos.
Yeah, he always wanted to do a video.
Why not do it? Wouldn't it be
Early
fun?
on.
Don't you think it would be fun to watch the two of you making love?
I did do a video with one boyfriend. We erased it quickly because it was the worst video ever.
Oh, I'm sure it was awful.
Why was it bad?
Have a good angle on it. It was bad lighting. We're like, oh my God.
Did you think you looked fat in it or something?
No, it just was not a very attractive video.
I looked fat in my sex video. I know what you're
It didn't look good.
What angle do you look
It was
bad
a bad
at?
angle.
What? Show
for
me that
both
angle.
Of us.
Now, what about the issue of race? Have you ever been with a black man?
I haven't.
You haven't?
No.
So you are prejudiced?
No, I'm not. Not to say that I wouldn't.
All right,
I
calm
never
down.
have.
And
I would go out with a black guy.
you would go out with a black
Yeah,
guy, right?
absolutely.
Have you ever gone out with an ugly guy? Because I'm looking at your resume. I mean, who's the ugliest guy you've ever been with? Because Charlie Sheen's a handsome guy. Richie
It has to be
Sambora,
Richie, I guess, from that group.
Richie's a handsome guy.
I know, but you're saying the ugliest guy of John Stamos, Charlie Sheen, and Richie Sambora.
There's have to be other guys. I mean, you've only been with 3 guys? No, you've had more. Have you ever tried going out with an ugly guy, or it just doesn't appeal to you?
Yeah, it's.
Is Richie Sambora your ugly guy? Like, oh, he's kind of freaky looking. I mean, who is your ugly? Is Richie the ugliest guy you've ever been?
No, I think Richie's very sexy and
I do too.
handsome, and he's got it going on.
I mean, but Charlie and John Stamos are
These
better.
are matinee idols.
Scott Baio.
You guys are making me sweat over here.
Yeah,
Oh, come on.
Tachi was cute too.
By the way, this dress you're wearing is fantastic.
Thank you.
What kind of underwear do you decide to wear with that?
I wear a thong.
A thong?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, well, let's see it.
Let me show you.
Hey, why don't you want to date an ugly guy right here?
You can't wear a bra with that dress, right?
No.
There's no way. So what do you do? I notice we don't see nipple or anything. Do you wear nippets which cover?
Yeah.
You do.
I got something over my nipples.
You have a piece of tape over your nipples right now.
I don't know. It's these things.
Right
I've
now,
never worn them before, but it was chilly.
Right now, as we're speaking, there's tape over your nipples.
Well, I wouldn't say it's tape. It's
What is it?
they're called nipple covers.
Nipple covers. I bet you that guy must be a
And
billionaire.
by the way, I've never worn them until today.
Can I ask you are your breasts real? Are they natural?
They're
talk about
natural
that?
on the outside.
Oh,
I've
they
never
are.
talked about it, but I figured I'm not going to lie to you because then I'll never hear the end of it.
Right.
But natural on the outside, on the inside, they are not.
So you had the operation. So you made them a little bigger.
A long time ago.
It-
I've had a few and young girls don't do it.
Why do you say that? That's good advice for young girls.
Well, I did it when I moved to LA when I was 19,
Okay.
and my roommate had the best boobs ever.
Right.
And she had just had hers done. And I was flat as a board.
Right.
And I thought, wow, you can just buy them. And stupidly had them done.
But the problem you're indicating is when you're in good shape like you are, and you don't have a lot of body fat,
Right.
and you're flat, that the implants can look bad sometimes.
Well, they were way too big for my body.
Right. And then what happens? You see they start to ripple, or you see that they look strange?
Well, they just didn't. It just didn't suit me.
Right.
And
so how many operations did you have to have before you got them looking the way you wanted
3.
it? 3.
Yeah.
That's a lot
I
of
did.
pain to go
It
through.
is. No, and the next guy put bigger ones in, and
How
it
big
was
did
not
they have
good.
you at that point? Up to a D cup?
They were a D, yeah.
Wow, hey, Vic.
Right.
See, that's what happens when you go to sleep with a male doctor putting in breast implants. They keep getting bigger.
That's the thing. It's like you're under.
You could
They
say
do
to
what
the
they want to do, and I was young and should have researched better. You know.
You
It was
probably
a
said to
big
the doctor,
mistake.
look, try to make them look natural. I don't need to be super huge.
Right.
And then you wake up and you got big pontoons.
It's true. They think because you're an actress, you
Right.
want big
Right,
breasts,
yeah.
and I just wanted something to fill like even a B cup,
Right.
Because I was an A.
Because it can hurt your career if they make them too big, and then you start to
Right.
look like a cartoon,
Exactly.
so to speak.
You're right.
That's what I
It can go wrong. I recently had a third chin added,
Yes.
and it was huge.
Watch Denise Richards. It's Complicated, premiering this Sunday night at 10 o'clock. This series then airs every Sunday night at 10:30, and you get to see her and look at her, and believe me, that ain't bad. Ralph, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yeah. Speaking of looking at her, do you think Jason could run in there and take a picture of her and get that up on the website?
Yeah, this dress is great. And Jason, do you mind if Jason takes a picture of you right now so the fans
Sure.
can see what you... Jason, come in and take a picture of Denise, because she's wearing the best dress I ever saw. Now, let me see what shoes you're wearing, too.
Yeah.
You got the high heel, fuck me pumps kind of thing,
Exactly.
right?
Christian
Oh,
Louboutin
man.
leopard pumps.
Denise, would you ever
So
wear
Jason,
those?
take a full body.
Take a full body shot. You made a mistake yesterday with Brooke Hogan. You didn't
He
take a
did?
full body shot.
And
I
then
didn't
get
see.
some close up on those shoes too.
That's a good... Get a picture for just like that in that position on that couch. You did take a full
And I
body...
sent one. I sent it to Doug Herwood. I think.
I didn't see her. I didn't see her legs.
I'll
in it.
double check.
All right, but go ahead. Take a picture of
Focus on
Denise and
this.
quickly. Focus on this and get it right.
This is Jason, John Stamos' twin brother.
All right, go ahead.
Who you won't be dating.
No, you're not going to be dating Jason anytime soon.
We get to stand up.
No, that's good.
thank
Later. Okay.
Who are you, Martin
And
Scorsese?
quickly
Get out
put
of
that
here.
on the website. Guys
the
need to
shoes,
see that.
too. Get the shoes.
Get the shoes, everything. What's the matter with you?
What's your problem? Get the shoes.
Because the shoes are hot.
Who's looking at her shoes?
Would you ever, to please your man, wear those shoes, let's say, walk in the room and give a guy a lap dance just wearing those shoes and maybe a thong
Richie always wanted me to wear high heels, and that was it.
when you're in bed?
Yeah.
And would you keep the shoes on while you're making love?
Yeah.
I love that.
She's-
You're a great girl.
Richie's a paisan from Jersey. He knows
You
how to do
are
it.
a great girl, aren't
But
you?
wait a minute,
You're a
Charlie.
lot of
Well, I
fun.
guess you don't want to talk about Charlie.
Well, I'll talk about Charlie. Go ahead, Rob.
Because I mean, this guy had a sexual history. He must have been into some wild stuff.
Was that hard, Denise, keeping him sexually happy? Because he's a guy, he's into prostitutes, he was into Heidi Fleiss, he's even proud that he went to Heidi Fleiss. I mean, that had to be a difficult chore.
Charlie had a hard time with me being the wife.
He'd rather you be the sexy girlfriend, maybe. When you become the wife,
It's different.
maybe it's a mother complex thing. Like,
I don't know.
You could never figure it out. Did you find yourself trying harder and harder sexually to do stranger things to keep him happy?
I think at that point it was done. We didn't stay married very long.
Did he ever want you to pretend you were a hooker, a high-priced prostitute who was
No.
coming to the door? In other words, where you
I offered to do a lot.
You did. Did you have special outfits that you were like, this outfit would be great for the bedroom, what you're wearing right now. I would love this.
He didn't want me to do any of that. I
If
think
you were
'cause I
my
was his
wife, I think if you were my wife, I would say to you, if I saw you in this outfit and you walked into the house, I'd say, honey, I need you to do me a favor. Let me make love to you in this dress. I want to bend you over a chair, lift up your dress, and keep the heels on, and I will take you. And don't worry, it won't hurt. You won't feel a thing. It'll be over before you know it.
If you were my wife, I'd be arrested for kidnapping.
Are there men you've been with sexually that are able to hold out for a long time and satisfy you?
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
Definitely.
How do they do it? Do they close their eyes and not look at you and imagine garbage? What
Who'd
do
you
they
date,
do?
Liberace?
Yeah, I mean, really, how do they do it? Do they have a technique? Do you ever... Most guys will come very fast, right? You found that in your experience.
Yeah.
Wow. I get you.
I wonder why.
I've had good lovers.
Let's go to Jeff the Drunk who wants to say hi. All right, Ralph, the picture is up on the website. Go ahead, Jeff the Drunk. Go to howardstern.com.
Denise, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
All right.
I have a two-part question.
All right, and try to be a gentleman. Denise is, she's answering your questions. But
Okay, the
all right.
first question is, do you give a blowjob to completion?
All right. That's a disgusting question, but Denise, you had a legitimate question that I don't think you should avoid. When you're with a man, and we discussed this with Robin, when you're with a man and that disgusting stuff comes out of him, and I know it's disgusting.
Come.
Are you willing to swallow that?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
And is it repulsive to you, or you do it because you love the man?
No, because I love him.
You love him.
Answer the second part of my question.
Artie,
Thank
sit
you.
down. Stop with the standing ovation.
I figured if I spit it out, that would be an insult to him.
Right. So it's not that you particularly... Robin, pay close attention.
I don't mind insulting people.
Robin insults every guy. She, God forbid
I
anything.
don't insult the man I'm like in bed with.
When a woman
think-
spits out your cum, it's an insult to you and the cab driver.
Right. I think it's tremendously hot that you do that. Although I have a problem in bed. I tend to feel bad for the woman. I go, listen, it's just nice enough that you're kissing me down there. You don't have to swallow
It's okay.
anything.
Yeah, I feel bad for the woman that she's dating me.
Yeah. So, but if you were dating me, I don't think you would swallow it. I think you might draw the line there. Is that correct?
I would swallow it.
You would, thank you.
Oh my God, she's the best guest of all time.
I love you.
I used to like Gilbert Godfrey. Now I think Denise should sit in for the news every day.
That's right.
Thank you, Denise.
Jeff, does that
You're
answer your
welcome.
question? She was very honest about it. Thank
What's
you.
he got to do with that info?
Jeff, what are you going to do with that info? Are you thinking of writing her a letter and possibly going out with her?
Yes, I'm going to be next on that list.
I'm gonna fuck my vacuum.
Mark, you're on the air. Hi, in Boston. Hey now.
Hey, Denise, what about the third input? Who,
big question.
Charlie, anybody like that?
If you love a man, now this is a tough question, and Robin has experienced this, and I don't
What
know
is
about
this?
you.
I missed the question.
If you love a man and he wants to do something strange with your backside, he wants to enter you back there, anal sex, will you shut that area down to a guy?
Remember, you're in love.
You're in love.
No, I wouldn't, actually.
You would not.
I didn't shut it down.
You wouldn't. You'd be open to experimentation back there.
Yes.
All right, Howard, I have to leave the room.
I know. You go masturbate and come back in 10 minutes.
All right.
No, but
Fast hard.
in other words, when you love a man, you're ready to experiment, and if the thing is hot, let's go for it.
Absolutely.
And you like it, or you just put up with it?
No, I actually
that
like
little
it.
You
girl
liked it.
clit.
You like it.
Yeah.
I know Richie didn't do
I
that to you.
prefer the other.
Right, of course.
But, yeah.
We all do.
Yeah.
She got that little
No
girl
wonder he
clit.
dumped Heather Locklear. I think Heather said she wouldn't go back there.
In prison, I just put up with it. I didn't like it.
So you say that it's possible to even achieve an orgasm with that?
Doing other things with that, along with it.
Robin explains to me that when she was in San Francisco years ago, and she chronicled this in her book, that a man took her. He had never even had vaginal sex with her. He took her from behind, entered her, and she had an orgasm almost immediately.
Robin, I need to hear about this.
Go ahead, Robin.
You are so sick.
Well, be honest. I mean, Denise is honest. She loves it too.
Buy Quivers a life.
She admits she loves it. Why can't you? You admitted it in your book.
Denise
I
is
didn't say I loved it. It just sort
Exactly.
of happened, and it wasn't a bad
It's not
experience.
bad.
Yeah.
You just love the other.
Right. Absolutely.
Entryway
That's
better.
That's better.
You
Yeah.
seem
I
like
agree.
you seem like such a great girl. I
Don't
don't.
end this interview.
No, never would end it.
We're going to do this for the next year and a half. This is the full
She's
contract.
joining the show.
If you can get Gilbert and her, I mean, oh my God.
I'm giving Denise her own channel.
Denise, can you say the N-word 80 times?
Right. And here's something else for you guys to think about. And not too many people know this about Denise Richards, and I don't think she's going to mind me telling you this. She has never defecated in her life.
Really?
That's right.
Wow. Now that has to be some kind of record.
It's
Never,
the truth.
never.
You're so
Even
hot.
as a baby.
Nothing.
Never.
I'll bet you when you're in a relationship with a guy, you make sure he never sees or hears you doing that. Like, you keep that pretty hidden, right?
Oh, yeah.
I understand from what I read in the tablets, almost once in 1993, someone saw you defecate, but you quickly put an end to
Would
it.
you do a hand interview?
Ham Hands would have his way with her. Oh. All right, let me take two more phone calls. I won't hold you here all morning, obviously.
Why not?
Because how long can she stand a room of a bunch of creepy guys?
Well,
and-
let's
and a
see.
classy
Let's
lady?
test it. let's get that answer.
I'm actually enjoying this.
You're having a good time.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Oh, thank you,
you're one of the
sweetie.
few guests who have. Let's say hi to Glenn. Glenn wants to say hello to Denise Richards, who's excited about It's Complicated, premiering this Sunday night at 10 o'clock. And the series then airs every Sunday night at 10:30 on E.
My new favorite show.
Right.
They kept the name. It's complicated.
Yeah, they
right?
did.
Oh, okay. Because for a while they were saying they were going to change it, right?
Don't believe everything you read.
Oh, that's the name of the show?
so much.
It's complicated.
Even that. No, it is.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Are you the executive producer, so to speak?
Yeah.
Have there been times where you've said to them in the final edit, I want you to take something out, or have you left pretty much
No,
everything
there's stuff
in?
I've had taken out.
What was the worst thing you had taken out?
Just nothing big.
You
little minor
defecating?
things that I wanted to change.
Right. So,
But Ryan Seacrest is one of the producers, and he's really
Now
very
he-
hands-on and great with it, too.
he hasn't come on to you at all? You're both single, and he's a handsome guy,
No.
right?
Oh, I
And
wonder
he's
why.
a good
He's
catch
very
at this
handsome.
point. Yeah.
No, he's a
think
good guy.
Do you think it's weird that he hasn't come on to you, in a sense? I mean,
We work together.
Yeah, but
He's basically my boss.
I know if I was single and I was working with you, I'm putting the moves on you.
I
mean,
bet Ryan would hold out long.
I know I would take a shot.
We have a good relationship.
Why? So have you made love to him?
No, I
at
haven't.
all? Has the thought crossed your mind? Would you be attracted to him?
He's very handsome.
He's handsome,
Yeah,
right?
no,
Is he a
he's
nice
cute.
guy?
He's very nice.
So then why wouldn't you consider him as a potential lover?
He knows too much about me. He sees the dailies of our show. It's just.
What if he asked you out?
He's.
If he asked you out, would you
if
say
Ryan
yes?
asked me out, yeah, I'd go out with him.
You would go
Yeah.
out with him, and you'd probably make love with him, and you'd give him ass play, and you would swallow his cum. I can't even believe this. Please don't do that. As a favor to me, I want you to raise your right hand and swear to God you will never date him. Say it right now.
Okay, I swear to
I
God.
will never date Ryan Seacrest.
He's a good guy.
I mean, he's getting enough action, for Christ's sake. He doesn't have to have you.
I mean, he took his mother to the Oscars. I mean, that's
Right.
like, I mean, my God.
That's sweet.
Yeah, that is sweet.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, he's got to keep all the girls guessing.
All
about
the
what's
girls
going on.
guessing.
I'm hoping
yeah.
he's gay.
Yeah,
Do
me
you have
too.
a vibe that he might be?
No,
You
I
don't get that sense at all. Yeah. When he came to you, did you really want to do this show?
I did.
You
I was
did.
approached by a couple different people to do it, but when he approached me, I thought this would be a good fit.
Now, where did you meet him? At Fred Siegel buying blouses or something?
I actually have known him over the years, just doing his show, and
Are you going to sex up this season in order to, let's say, pump up ratings? Like wear this dress?
this season's more definitely a little sexier. It's more focusing on my career. Last season I was dealing with a lot, so we
I just wanna see
incorporated
you
that with the show.
Yeah, I want to see you changing clothes, do different outfits,
I
pole
do
dancing.
change some clothes. In this.
Do you ever go to strip clubs?
I haven't gone in a while, but I've gone to strip clubs.
And what do you do there? I mean, imagine these strippers always love hot
Yeah,
girls.
no, it's go. I actually went one time with John.
You
There
did?
was like a group of 10 of us in Toronto.
Oh, Stamos loves
yeah,
strip clubs.
he does.
He does.
He's fun to go with, though. We had a good time.
I hope he comes back as a slug. Like, if there's reincarnation, I hope Stamos comes back as a flea on a monkey's ass.
When he takes you to a strip club, let's be honest, because I know John's moves. I've been to strip clubs with him. I picture him trying to get you lap dances from the girls, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the focus is on you. And all the strippers are telling you you're super hot, and they start to lap dance you. And then they try to touch your breast, and they try to make out with you. Am I correct or not?
No, they didn't do that.
Nothing
No.
went on in the strip club?
No, this club was pretty.
Oh.
Lame.
None of that. But,
Yeah, that's a lame strip club.
no, the lap dancing, but they didn't touch me.
You're kidding. They all wanted to go home with you, I bet.
I don't know.
And John didn't try to talk you into a threesome or anything with a stripper?
Yeah, I think perhaps he probably did.
Yeah.
I bet
Didn't
they
happen.
I
It
bet,
didn't happen.
That's John's move.
I bet at the end of the night they had an 11-some.
Why would
No, there was like a whole group of us. We had a good time.
you and John should be together?
No, they shouldn't.
No, I mean, I'm just saying I don't get what would go wrong. I don't understand. One day I'll figure it
Well,
out.
John is running a halfway house for models in Malibu, I believe.
That is true. Okay, Glenn, go ahead. I didn't give you a chance, but go ahead.
Sure. Good morning. Great to talk to you, Howard. Your show's been on fire for the last few weeks. It's been great.
Thank you.
Hey, Denise, just wanted to say hi from Downers Grove, Illinois.
Ah, my hometown.
Oh, no
Yeah,
kidding.
If you're looking for another house, there's a nice 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house
Would
down on our street.
Would that be hell to you? Like getting out of your hometown was probably like a big deal to you, and you would never like want to go back there and hang out, right? I mean, it's just not for you.
Well, we actually did go back there.
Right.
And we visited our old house.
Oh,
It was
yeah?
fun.
Must have
I'm
been
glad I
fun.
grew up
Did
there.
you throw up? No.
No, I didn't throw up. It was nice.
You had a happy childhood.
I had a happy childhood.
Dude, a two-bedroom house in Illinois, you only get $60,000 a month, man.
All right, Sean, go ahead.
Not quite 60.
I'm sorry.
We're running
And
out
by
of
the way, I have a lot of legal fees to pay with that.
we're running out of time.
I'll
so
pay for anything you want,
I
honey.
want to make sure that we get to 2 more questions, and then that's it, and I'll let Denise out of here. Go ahead, Sean. You're on the air in New Orleans.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey, Artie, love the book, by the way.
Thank you, buddy. Thanks for reading it. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Howard, can we play F, Marry, Kill with Denise?
I think she'd be up for it. She seems to have a good time with that kind of stuff. Go ahead.
All right, Stamos, Sheen, and Sambora.
All right.
Nice.
You have to F one of them, you have to marry one of them, and you have to kill one of them. You got Charlie Sheen, John Stamos, and Richie Sambora, but you got to do it. It's to save the life of it's to save the world and bring world peace. So you have to
marry,
kill.
Well,
who do you F?
I mean, things are going really well with Charlie. So, Charlie, do not take this the wrong way.
Right.
If I have to make this decision,
You
I have to kill him.
All right. That's what I figured.
But
That's a no-brainer.
I'm sorry,
right.
Charlie. Things are very well.
Go ahead. Now, you have to marry one.
Uh-huh.
You got Stamos or Richie. And then
This is a toss-up.
And you can just fuck one of them, have a one-nighter.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I don't know. I'm sweating here.
Come on. You can do it.
Sweat a little more, by the way.
We like it.
Join the club.
I'd fuck John and marry Richie.
There you go.
She's the greatest guest we've ever had.
Let's go to one. Does that answer your question, Sean?
Yeah, Howard, thanks. Denise, I beat myself to a bloody pulp when I was 14 watching Wild Things, so I love you.
I was 43 when I was beating myself to a pulp.
To quote the great Bob Levy, I beat my dick like it owed me money.
And finally, let's go to Greg, who has the final question of the morning for the beautiful Denise Richards. It's Complicated, premiering this Sunday night at 10 o'clock on E! Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Denise if, while she was on Dancing with the Stars, LT, Lawrence Taylor, ever hit on her.
No, he's amazing, though. I thought he was
Yeah,
so
I forgot
cool.
you did Dancing with the Stars. How was that? Was that horrible?
It was fun. I had a good time.
Yeah, I thought you were going to win the whole thing. I figured you'd be like this great dancer. But you didn't, right? You got eliminated fairly quickly.
I got eliminated early.
I have a theory. Women as good looking as you, mostly women show, I think they can't vote for you. Like, they get jealous. Don't you think so?
Well, that's where I thought my partner, Max, would come in and get all the female votes. But it was fun. My daughters love the show, so that's why I did it.
Yeah, I watched that show. I checked you out. Don't
They
worry.
love the show because they're two.
4 and 5.
I love the show because she's wearing practically nothing.
You know what, Howard? That's a great point.
That's the thing. That's what
I love
I'm trying
Tom
to say.
Bergeron, too.
All right, Rick, one last question, and then we got to let Denise go. Come on, go ahead. You can't spend the whole morning with her.
Hey, King. Great interview. Denise, do you like to have your ass spanked?
I think you'd be up for that. Wouldn't you?
I've had it spanked.
You
yeah.
have?
Yeah.
Who the hell did that to you?
Probably all of them.
They all did. Is that a fun thing for a girl?
As long as it's not too hard.
Right. In other words, the sex going on, and then all of a sudden they start to give you a light tap, and that is stimulating in some respects. Pulling the hair, any good for you?
I don't mind hair pulling.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Jesus Christ.
No, as long as it's
no
not too
choking,
hard.
though.
No choking. None of that.
She doesn't mind anything. She doesn't mind anything, and she's the hottest chick ever.
I do mind.
If we get on top of her, she'll find things.
You know what she minds? She minds us asking her out.
That's right. All right, listen, Denise.
Hey, King, can I ask one more question?
All right, quickly.
Denise, could you actually describe the kiss between you and Nev Campbell and Wild Thing, and could you speak very slowly in doing so?
I don't think we have time.
Did you find her attractive, Nev Campbell?
Yeah, I do think she's attractive.
You did. And when you kissed her, was it repulsive to you, or did
No.
you? It was fine.
It was fine.
Did you tongue her? Yeah.
Yeah, we tongued.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Yeah, Howard, you remember that movie?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Try and act like I'm above it.
Oh, yeah. I would ask you to describe it, but I already finished.
All right. Yeah, we're done. We're smoking cigarettes already. Listen, Denise, you're a great girl.
Thank you.
You're fun. You're attractive, certainly. And you dress properly.
Oh, thank you.
You absolutely do. And then what are you doing? Were you doing some bunch of other promotion today for the show?
Yeah, I go do Regis now.
Oh, Regis.
Well, that'll be different. That'll be
You think he'll ask you about anal?
I think he will.
Yeah, now that he hears you're up for talking about it.
Denise, I understand. Denise, I understand you swallow.
Maybe that's a good F, Marry, Kill. Your gynecologist, Ryan Seacrest or Regis. Think about that one and return and come back and
Okay,
tell
I
us
will.
that. All right.
Thank you.
And watch the show. The series airs every Sunday night at 10:30 on E! But this week, because it's premiering, It's Complicated will be on Sunday night at 10 o'clock on E! And wear this outfit every day on the show, and you'll do just fine.
This is the first guest we've ever had that's going to make me change my TiVo from Sports Center
Oh, thanks.
to It's Complicated.
I know.
I mean,
Can you imagine Regis? I bet you he's listening right now, and the first question is going to be, why not naked lips?
Yeah.
Playboy.
Did Sambora like anal?
The lips were naked, just the triangle above it.
Believe me, I know the pictures You don't have to describe that.
Can you show us the little triangle?
That's right. And what is it, Ralph? Quickly, I'm trying to say goodbye. Hurry up.
Yeah, quickly, I got a programming suggestion for the show. Try to keep the kids to a minimum or keep them off the show because nobody really wants to see that.
In other words, let's pretend Denise is single and has no children.
Oh, the kids they're on for 30 seconds.
Good. That's almost too much. Yeah,
for the whole series.
We want to pretend you don't have. We want to be like John Stamos and pretend you don't have children.
Go to strip clubs.
No problem.
Remember when you went out with John and say, "Please, I don't want to see your kids." That's what we want.
How about it's always you over Heidi Klum's house?
All right, we'll watch the show.
Thank
we all
you.
will tune in.
We will.
The great Denise Richards.
Denise.
Yes.
How'd it go?
It went good. I think my publicist is gonna kill me though.
You were very.
You are? Yeah. Oh, I really God. I thought I'm sweating in there going, Jill is gonna kill me.
You were very open in there. You talked about a lot of
I
things.
don't lie.
Was anything hard to talk about? It seemed like everything was, cool.
I sweated through it. Some of the questions.
Some were a little tough, but
Yeah, about the exes. I didn't know how I should put that. But it was fun.
And then you had a revelation.
Unlike any interview I've ever done before.
You had a revelation today. You talked about breast implants for the first time, right? You said?
Publicly.
Now, why save that for Howard's show, or I guess it just never would come up?
Because he would know. And I'm not going to lie and say they're fake. I mean, that they're real, if they're not. I mean, he's the breast guy, and then
he would know out of anyone, right?
And then he'll think I'm lying about everything else.
So you had a good time today?
I did.
All right, great. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
John, what do you think of Denise's interview today?
It made me think about jerking off for the first time in 20 years.
She either was faking everything or telling the truth. Hard to know. She just went with the flow. It was very comfortable. She seemed very relaxed, and I'm in love.
Dude, off the charts. Off the charts.
So Gary, what do you think of Denise Richards today?
Smoking hot, great eyes, beautiful face, amazing tits.
She's so fucking hot.
Amazing. I was really excited for it, and she lived up above and beyond my expectations. It looked amazing as well. A 10. I give it a fucking 10.
Doug, what do you think of Denise Richards today?
Honestly, Denise Richards was the best female celebrity guest we've ever had on the show.
JD, what do you think of Denise's interview today?
I would have sex with her.
How do you think Denise looked today?
Hot. I'd fuck her, if that's what you're asking.
That's exactly
some treat for her, isn't it?
That's the future Mrs. X Sabian, I'm telling you. That's how hot she is. I'm telling you. Watch.
Jason, what do you think of Denise today?
Bonerific. I've already come twice. Super hot. I want to lick her legs. Taking her pictures was the greatest thing that's ever happened to me in my life. I want to repeat a line, my favorite line from Jerry Maguire. But I'm thinking of Denise while I'm saying it. Never stop fucking me. Never stop fucking me.
I no longer feel the way I felt when Denise Richards was here.